Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great guest tonight. I've known her for a number of years, and she recently, well, in 2019, she was named the 2019 International Western Music Association Songwriter of the Year. Welcome to the show, LeeLee Robert. There you are. Hi.
Hi, Bob.
How are you doing?
I am so glad to be here.
Tell us something about yourself. Are you an Arizona native?
I am. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, and have lived in different places at different times. I lived in London for 3.5 years. I lived in San Francisco. But I came back to my hometown and now live half the year here and half the year in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I've been there. That's a beautiful small town in the shadow of the Tetons.
It is, and when the temperatures get above 100 degrees in the Valley of the Sun, it's the time to take off to Jackson.
There you go. All right. So, when did you get into music?
Well, I've been into music ever since I can remember. Really, as young as 3 or 4 years old, my twin sister and older brother and I had a 3-part harmony going, and we'd sing for the churches and my parents' friends, and of course the big performance every year, the Christmas Eve program in the Robert household. We would get to shine. So we were performing quite early.
Yeah. Well, according to your bio says you're a singer, a songwriter, a speaker, and an author. Tell us something about other than the singer part.
Well, my father, Cavett Robert, founded the National Speakers Association, and this was when it wasn't even an industry. So he would see people like Norman Vincent Peale and Paul Harvey and Earl Nightingale, and he thought, this is an industry waiting to happen. And so he wanted to do that. He took a Dale Carnegie course in Toastmasters. And when I was in my mid-30s, I thought, it might be worth, I saw a speaker use her guitar in her presentation, and I thought I could do that. So I went into business with my dad and started working on learning the skill, the craft of public speaking, and it was harder than I thought it was going to be, but that's really in my blood, and I enjoy it a lot.
Now, you have you call your music cowgirl jazz.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Well, it wasn't my idea. I was doing a performance, and I just naturally put jazzy chords to Western chords because I was a jazz singer for much of my career, but living in Wyoming and Arizona, you get a lot of requests for Western songs, and I would kind of get a little bored just doing the straight sevenths, they call it. So I'd add ninths and 11ths to it, and I didn't think anything of it. But someone came up to me and said, wow, I really like your cowgirl jazz. And I went, oh, cowgirl jazz, I think I'll use that. Is that all right? And so that's what I started calling my music. And actually, when you listen to people like the big swing stars, Bob Wills, he's been doing jazzy chords to Western music all along. So it came from big band, had a great influence on Western swing. So it all dovetails very authentically.
But really the root of your performing is jazz.
Well, yes. I mean, although I started out in folk music, I've gone, as a professional, you do what the market will bear. So I've been through my folk side, I've been through my jazz side, I've been through my pop side, and then Western. So I did it all.
Did you ever sing with a big band?
Absolutely. In San Francisco, I had a 12-piece orchestra that I worked with on Nob Hill. In all the big hotels there, and I'm currently vocalist and guitar player for the Jazz Foundation of Jackson Hole.
There we go.
So,
yeah, most people don't realize that, but Jackson Hole, Wyoming has a pretty active music scene.
Very active. We've taken a little hiatus, but I hope that'll be coming back soon. But we have a lot of headliners come through there because they just love the Tetons. They want to be there. So, and the big cowboy bar there is world famous.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real treat. Here's LeeLee Robert and her Cowgirl Jazz.
1, 2, 1. Soon, with finger-licking music, would you step round the room? Finger-licking music, finger-licking tunes, finger-licking, guitar-picking, a boot-kicking blues. Yeah, grab your coat and grab your hat, there's not a thing to lose. Get that finger-licking music and wear out your dancing shoes. Oh, finger-licking music, the kind that makes you stop, jump down, spin around, and dance until you drop. Sure makes me feel happy when you play that song with finger-licking music. You know you can't go wrong. Finger-licking music, finger-licking tunes, finger-licking, guitar-picking, a boot-kicking blues. Yeah, grab your coat and grab your hat, there's not a thing to lose. Get that finger-licking music and wear out your dancing shoes. All right. Finger-licking music, finger-licking tunes, finger-licking, guitar-picking, a boot-kicking blues. Yeah, grab your coat and grab your hat, grab your honey too. Get that finger-licking music and wear out your dancing shoes. Get that finger-licking music and wear out your dancing shoes. I am so glad that we are here today. I have missed you. I have missed our audiences. So if you are in your on your back porch or whether you're in your living room, I hope you'll just gather around together and just be with us as we sit around the musical campfire. And I hope you will not observe social distancing, at least with one person, because this next song is kind of a silly little love song, so I want you to sidle up close. This is really about the springtime and the blue bonnets in Texas. written by Paul Kelly. It's called Blue Bonnet Breeze. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I must be standing on my shadow 'cause I can't drag myself away. Buzz is getting stronger with every single springtime day. It's what the birds and the bees and the blue bonnet breeze all say. I got my ball aimed straight, holding steady, and I'm ready for pitching. I got some arrows in my quiver and I'm ready to deliver. Are you listening? It's what the birds and the bees and the blue bonnet breeze are whispering. Oh, peel me like a grape, knock me over with a feather, light a fire in my blood. Yeah, standing here agape, if I didn't know better, I might think it's love. Knock me over with a feather, light a fire in my blood. Yeah, standing here agape, if I didn't know better, I might think it's love. Oh, well, the blue bonnet breeze shakes the sugar from the trees in those lands, because she knows when it blows, the excitement increases by half. Such is the nature of the nomenclature of a mischievous craft. Yeah, it's the blue bonnet breeze. She guarantees you're gonna have to laugh. Yeah, it's the blue bonnet breeze. She guarantees you're gonna have to laugh. Oh my goodness. Well, every cowgirl jazz set has to have a blues, and this particular song that I wrote called Maple Syrup Sunrise was inspired by the light in New Mexico. You know, it has an unusual light there. I don't hardly know how to describe it, but I saw a sunrise one morning, and it was just like maple syrup and melted butter over the rocks. And I wrote this song called Maple Syrup Sunrise. 1, 2, 3, 4. A golden glory lights up the new day sky. Grasses climb a rocky wash, sprouts from pinyon tide. Light mixes with shadow, descending on the stage. A growing luminescence over boulders and the sage. Maple syrup sunrise, the earth transformed to gold. Caramel light reaching down where the Rio del Norte flows. There's not a light anywhere like in New Mexico. Shape-shifting shadows where the whirlwind blows. Morning light like golden butter melting over rocks. Oozing down over grasses where it drops. Maple syrup sunrise, the earth transformed to gold. Caramel light reaching down where the Rio del Norte flows. Javelina stops and sun gathers up young. Desert bighorn scale the rocks above an echo song. Mother quail steers her babies over trails and underbrush. A snake slithers quietly, discreetly across the wash. Describe the morning dawnlight, the great creator weaving warmth from a cold dark night, cascading down the canyon, a petroglyph on the wall, lit up for an instant when the ancestors call. Maple syrup sunrise, the earth transformed to gold, caramel light reaching down where the Rio del Norte flows. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's New Mexico. But I was born and raised here in Arizona. And I'll tell you, it took me a long time before I fully appreciated the desert. It's a different kind of beauty. One day I was driving back from Sedona, Arizona, and I was struck by the beauty of the desert. It was almost like I was seeing it for the first time. My little nephew had just been born, and I looked at the desert and I just realized that I had not seen it before. And sometimes we think it's all about seeing new landscapes, but I believe it's also about seeing with new eyes. This is a song I wrote called Arizona. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Arizona, I'm just starting to know you. With your tall saguaro, standing so strong and so still. With your sky as big as daydreams, and your clouds with silver linings, as the sun sets on purple mountains. It took me so long to hear the beauty of your desert song, but I swear by the stars in the Arizona nights that I'll just starting to know you, with your trails good for walking or riding horseback for miles, with your red rocks and mountains, with your dust storms and monsoons, and the tumbling tumbleweeds go drifting on by. I wonder why it took me so long to hear the beauty of your desert song, but I swear by the stars in my sweet baby's eyes that I'll always love you. Ooh, Arizona. Oh, Arizona. Oh, it is such a pleasure playing with these guys. Ron Rutowski on fiddle and Ted Sistrunk on bass. I am a lucky girl. I am a very lucky girl. These are real pros. This next song was written by Mel Harker, and when I heard it, I immediately knew it had to be on my latest album, Swing Set. I was honored last year to have it voted Best Western Swing Album by the Academy of Western Artists, and it's songs like this one that really define the song. It is the name of the style of music I like to call cowgirl jazz. Sun hanging low in the western sky, breeze blowing softly as a lullaby, horse and a saddle. I love all that cowgirl jazz. Campfire glowing, the sweet smell of sage, coyote howling, a harmonic plays, dancing cactus shadows. I love all that cowgirl jazz. I need cool water, oh don't fence me in. I want to roll with the tumbling tumbleweed. I love the sons of the pioneers, prairie dogs in five-part harmony, yodeling. to the Red River Valley, riding on a strawberry roan. Come a kai, come a jai, come a yippee-yi. Home on the range is where my heart belongs. Yodelay. An old guitar under a silvery moon. Oh, giddy up, round up, yeah, rustle up some cowgirl jazz. Why don't you play? Yeah, and play some of that cowgirl jazz. Don't you know that I love? Yeah, I love all that cowgirl jazz. Little cowgirl jazz for you. Now, you may have noticed a little yodeling in there, just a little bit. Well, I have developed what I call the scat yodel. This next song is a true story how I developed the scat yodel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Chemo Theater in Albuquerque for the Western Music Awards. Cowboys and cowgirls climbed the bus as the driver shouted, "All aboard!" How was I to know that the status quo would be changing for me right inside? I sat in front of the queen of yodel, her name Janet McBride. I said, oh, Miss Janet, I sure wish I could yodel like you. She said, oh, honey, well, all you have to do is sing I-E-I-E-I-E-O, I-E-I-E-I-E-O. It's really very simple, don't you know? Well, I confess to Miss Janet, all I've ever learned to do was my start singing cowgirl jazz, but I do yet, She said, well, why don't you combine them and create something brand new? And I found my start singing yodel, 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 ooh. Oh, do the scat yodel, 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 ooh. But up to yum, but up to yum, but up to yum, I do the scat yodel, 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 yodel. All right, Ron. Well, now my scat yodel is on the page, and it works very well for me. You take a yodel, combine it with the bop, shoot out and do it a day. Well, is contagious, yodelay, and outrageous. Ba-da-dum-dum-dooby. Life can change when you ride the range of a bigger point of view. Yeah, you do the scat yodel, yodelay, yodelay. Ba-dum-doo-yum, ba-dum-doo-yum, ba-dum-dum-doo-yum, ba-dum-doo-doo. I do the scat yodel, yodelay, yodelay. Ba-dum-doo-yum, doo-yum, ba-dum-doo-ba-da-dee. Yodelay, ba-dum-dum-doo-yum, ba-dum-doo-ba-da-dee. And that is the scat yodel. Well, this sure has been fun being with you. We're moving into the last couple of tunes here. I wanted to make sure that I played this one because it's just about my favorite song. It's a Marty Robbins tune. It's called Man Walks Among Us. And if I had written only one song in my lifetime, and it was this one, I would have considered my songwriting life worthwhile. Warm are the winds of the desert, a world when is dancing around. I stop to survey all the beauty that's here when a shadow crosses the ground. It's an eagle that circles above me, and she screams to her friends on the hill. Stay close together, move not a feather. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. Everything hides, but I see them. I've spotted an old mother quail, and then I see, looking right back at me, the eyes of a young cottontail. I see a coyote sneaking, as he crawls through the brush on the hill. An eagle screams down, stay close to the ground. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. in the side of a cactus, I see a hole where the butcher bird stays. If mortals could choose, and if heaven should ask us, here's where I'd want to spend all of my days. Soon we'll be gone, all the desert. A city will cover each hill. Today will just be a fond memory. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. Well, we're coming to the end of the line here. You know, we've every cowgirl jazz set needs a train song. And so we're going to finish off with one fun song called Choo Choo Chiboogie. I would like to thank Bob Zucker and Higley Center TV. We are so thrilled to have been able to spend an early evening with you. And so stay safe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Headed for the station with the pack on my back. Tired of transportation in the back of a hack. I love to hear the rhythm of the clickety-clack, and hear the lonesome whistle, see the smoke from the stack, and pal around with democratic fellas named Max. So take me right back to the track. A choo-choo, a choo-choo, chiboogie, whoa-whoa, whoa-whoa, chiboogie, choo-choo. Choo-choo, boogie, take me right back to the track. You reach your destination, but alas and alack, you need some compensation to get back in the black. You take the morning paper from the top of the stack and read the situation from the front to the back. The only job that's open needs a person with that, so put it right back in the track. Oh, choo-choo, choo-choo, boogie, whoa-whoa. Whoa-whoa, chiboogie, choo-choo, choo-choo, chiboogie, take me right back to the right track. Settle down by the railroad track and lead the life of Riley in a beaten down shack. Oh, when I hear the whistle, I can peep through the crack and see the train rolling while you're mauling the track. I love to hear the rhythm of the clickety-clack, so take me right back to the track. Track, oh, choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-boogie, whoa-whoa, whoa-whoa, choo-boogie, choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-boogie, take me right back to the track. Track, I'd like to thank my fiddle player, Rutowski, and my bass player, Sistrunk. Coming to the end of the line, I'm LeeLee. Thank y'all.
Gentlemen, LeeLee Robert, thank you so much, Lee. That was wonderful.